lane here. Hey,
Yeah, go
Mel,
for it.
go ahead and unmute Mel. Mel,
I almost want to put my
what are you?
bonnet on because I just happened to be dressed up because I was gonna go out and I'm not going out, but I saw people in your comments trying to insult my intelligence because I had a bonnet on, and I almost want to throw it back on so that people can continue to try to insult my intelligence because I have a bonnet on. What the fuck?
Put your bonnet on then. But Mel, what do you think?
In a
What do
second,
you,
in a second, in a second. I'm already sitting here.
okay? What do you think about what my brother Osai had to say in the video?
I think that it's a very easy answer to the question, and I don't understand why men always ask very easy questions and say, somebody give me an answer, as if the question isn't very easily answerable. The reason why women prioritize their career or submitting into their career or their bosses over submitting into a husband is literally capitalism. That is literally the answer. That is the answer. It is that simple. There's no other. You get what I'm saying? The thing is that, and this is where those double standards exist. That question should be asked for both men and women in general, because both men and women prioritize their career. It has been more traditionally a man that prioritizes his career, right? But now that we're again, and I say this every fucking live, approaching a more egalitarian society where it is necessary for both men and women to have income coming into the home, to have a sustainable home, and to have a sustainable home for children, then it is not an odd thing for women to prioritize their career before family because they need to. Having a child is very expensive. On average, it costs about $1,200 a month for a child to be able to provide for one child. $1,200 a month just for the child alone. So this is the thing, is like, why are y'all asking this of just women and not of men? When literally a lot of the issues that women have with men in terms of men not wanting to settle down, men want to be players until they get their careers going and they're settled and they're financially stable. But then you pose that question to women who want to literally do the same thing. Literally, women want to be more financially stable before they start a family, and it's a problem because women are doing it. That doesn't make any sense. We live in a society where it's not plausible for the average person to just have one income coming into the household. And just real quick to address the man also needing to be able to provide, because we live in America and America does not give that much leave for pregnancy and for childbearing mothers to be able to like mother their children in that first year. They give you like 3 months, bro. Had we live in a society where like the workplace gives you more leave for women to be able to like actually bring in income as they are mothering their children, then we wouldn't need a man to be able to just provide for us in that time period. So when we say we want men to be able to to be able to cover all the bills, it's not because we just want them to take care of us and we're going to make our money. We're going to save our money, not do anything for the household and like just hold our money for ourselves. No, it's because we want men to be prepared at the moment in time when we do decide to have children, that you can take care of us and the children while we cannot work. And that is what we ask, because we're still going to go back to work after the fact because we want to work. We want to have that type of autonomy in our lives and over our bodies. The same way we want to do it over our bodies, we want to do it over our lives. We like to work. We like to have careers. We like to have things that we are passionate about. This is what we ask for, but because we decide that this needs to be a focus first, we're choosing, when I know so many working women who provide for their families, or actually provide some of the income for the family, are married, their husband also provides for the family, and they still take care of their kids. And this is in the entertainment industry I'm talking about, because I'm in the entertainment industry. Do you know how many professional dancers, female dancers I know that have kids, still go to rehearsal, still be on tour with Beyonce, with Chris Brown, with Rihanna, and the whole nine, literally in Las Vegas on a residency with Usher, have a child, and still able to mother that child, be with that child, and some of them are separated from their partners and some of them are with their partners, right? And the ones who are separated from their partners, they have to take the job. They have to take the job. And just because they have a job doesn't mean that they are not uh taking care of their children. They find a way. And that's the most resilient thing about women. Women will always find a way to take care of their kids. And we've seen it. We've seen it with our own mothers. How many? We've seen it with our own sisters, friends of our mothers, friends of our aunts. We see it with our own eyes. We've seen mothers in poverty, Black mothers specifically. I'm speaking about Black people because obviously, right? We've seen them have 2, 3 jobs, food on the table, ass washed, helping us with the homework, waking us up, taking us to school, and still working their 2, 3 jobs. It just never makes sense when men ask these questions. And it's like, really, like, the answer is right in front of you, bro. It's right in front of you. And it's not ever choose one or the other. Because women do both, and they've done both under worse circumstances for years and years and years and years and years. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so I just want to point this out. I don't know if any of you saw this. I did see this. So on August 19th, like literally a week ago, the Wall Street Journal came out with the article saying that with like the rising inflation costs now, that the average cost to like raise a child through high school now is actually $300,000, ladies and gentlemen, to raise a child through high school. So that's not even like including like college or anything. Just to raise a child through high school right now is $300,000. Now, obviously, Melanie, I agree with you on the whole capitalism thing. One thing I do disagree with you. You said that you know, us women. I don't know if you were trying to say all, or I don't know if you were indicating all or most because you didn't specify, but you did say that us women don't want a man to be able to pay all the bills. So in the event that we are bearing children, that we can sit down and relax. You said we do want to work, and it's not a matter of we just don't want to like pay anything. Now, are there some women that have that like genuine mindset, Mel? Yes, but there are also some women that literally just don't want to contribute anything. First of all, there's women that don't want to work. First of all, there's women that don't want to work and literally want a man to like literally financially fund 100% of their whole lifestyle. And then there's also women that do want to work, but they don't want to contribute financially to the like cost of their living. They want a man to fully provision for that. So now for the women that do work, and when they do get pregnant, they are with a man that where they can sit down and really like just embrace the pregnancy, if you will, and have the most healthy journey they have. That's fine. But them other two things that I just mentioned, that is not cool, and that is a real thing that a lot of women have the mindset of.
Yeah, but I want to add
What kind
something
of
real
women are
quick,
you talking
real
about?
quick.
Because
Hold on, man.
Black
Hold on, man.
women,
Let's
Black, real
hide
quick,
I just
because
want to
he,
add real quick,
hold on, man.
right?
Hold
go
on.
ahead,
I
guys,
would
go ahead.
prefer ladies, like for the people that you're, especially for the men that have a decent head on their shoulders. We understand that you guys can do it all. We understand. Stop trying to convince anybody that you can't. There are some men that believe that you can't, but for the people that have right head on their shoulders, we understand how powerful you are. So stop saying that. You can do it, but you shouldn't have to have all these weights on your shoulders. So like, stop saying that. Like, this shit ridiculous.
Go
I
ahead,
was
Mel.
I was saying that, Ty, specifically in response to this man who said that we choose one or the other. That's why I said that in response to that. Like, because it's like you ask us, you say that we're choosing one or the other when you've seen with your own eyes women not choose. Women be able to like have many, many jobs and still take care of their kids. That's what I was saying in response to. Not necessarily that we want to, because who the fuck wants to? Nobody wants to. Women don't want to do that. Women don't want to do that. Real quick, Noble, you always say that about women, and you are a Black man. You know damn well that is not the case with most Black women. Yes, there is a percentage of women who just want to sit on their lazy asses and have a man take care of them and don't want to do shit. But to be quite honest, I think all of us to a certain degree want to sit on our lazy asses and not have to fucking do shit. But we obviously all have to do shit because you need money to live. We live in a capitalist society, and this society says if you don't got money, you're gonna starve, you're gonna live in the streets. And obviously we don't want to do that. So as a matter of survival, we work,
Right.
right? And
Right.
when you talk about Black women, as the way you say it, it's like a vast majority, when it's actually a very, very small percentage of Black women just want a man to take care of them and cater to them and not do shit. That's such a small percentage of women, and the numbers say that. The numbers show that Black women are breadwinners, like crazy entrepreneurs, overeducated more than the men. You get what I'm saying? Like more than white women, more than Asian women. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the numbers say that, and then you say, oh, because these women just don't want to do anything. They just want a man to take care of them, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, those women exist. But that is not the majority of Black women. Black women have had to work literally since emancipation. Literally. Literally. After emancipation, what happened? Black women Black women and Black men went back onto the plantation, and they became sharecroppers, and the women still worked in the households of the same people who were their masters. Black women have always worked. Even in the 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, Black women were the first to enter the workforce in large numbers because they didn't have a choice, because there was no wealth in the Black community, because they were just emancipated from slavery with literally nothing. So y'all say these things, and it just, the math don't be mathing. So when you say them, speak about those specific, that small percentage of women, and speak towards those women, because obviously, how many Black women come up in your chat? And I guarantee you, Noble, 90% of all the Black women who come into your chat got their own jobs, take care of their own bills. Even the ones who are married still can, if they needed to, take care of themselves. Because our generation, although our mothers to us, like, allowed the men to take care of them, our mothers, our aunts, what they used to tell us, and Latinas too, because I'm Afro Latina, they tell you, make sure that if at any point you could take care of your damn self, don't ever depend on a man, because if the man decides to leave, you ask the fuck out. You ask the fuck out. And they don't tell it to us because they don't want us to get married, and they don't want us to, like, submit to men, as you guys feel like we have, like, this agenda of not wanting men and thinking that we don't need men. No. But there have been way too many instances where women are left dry. And not only that men are leaving them, but there's just so many things that happen where women could just be left. Men can die. Men can, obviously, men have had the most dangerous jobs, and they die on those jobs, or they get injured, or they get sick. And then who are we depending on now? We no longer really live in communal societies anymore. We live in nuclear family structures. The person who is taking care of me is the man in my household, quote unquote. But we can't depend on that. Women have to be able to, if the man were to pass away, take care of themselves and their families. We can't just depend on men anymore. That is not a reality.
and
Okay,
that's exactly why women should want to work. That's exactly why there shouldn't be
no, that
no
is
woman,
exactly why
whether
women should absolutely work.
but listen, that's why there shouldn't be any woman, whether she's black, white, orange, purple, green, pink. There shouldn't be any woman talking about she wants a man to be able to pay all of her bills, and she wants to just sit on her ass and do nothing and let a man take care
And
of her.
I
I'm
concur.
gonna kind of protrude here if y'all don't
And
mind.
I'm done. But go ahead, Kat.
Okay, of course. So
Girl.
I'll say this, Noble. At the beginning, middle, and end of a day, if there is a woman that wants like a man to support her in that way, there will always be a man that's gonna do that, whether we like it or not. Regardless of the stats and this, that, and the third, there are men that if a woman breeds in their direction, he's gonna give her $6,000 just for
Fact.
that. And and my thing is, like, I'm cool with that. Like, as long as people make their money, they make their money. But not every woman will have to work, because there are men that will do stuff like that. And it's like, and I'm cool with, like, hey, however you get your money is how you get your money. Kaylin gonna respect it one way or the third. I just want to chime in on that. I don't know if anybody wanted to bring up anything else, or if anybody else wanted to speak, but if anybody.
I just want to say one thing before we move to Vanessa, and then I'll get to you, Callie. So to all the black women in here, and to all the women, well, specifically the black women, because when we have certain conversations, I hear y'all always bring up the whole, we're out educating black men and we're out educating white women, and all of that is cool, but what the data and statistics prove, ladies and gentlemen, and you are talking to someone that works in finance, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. What I tell you guys can go on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I always say this. Y'all can, everything that I tell y'all can go on Google and look it up from the verified sources. Black women are still not out earning black men. So the whole talk about the out educating the black men and this, that, and the third, you're still not out earning black men. We're still basically earning the same amount. Last year, black men earned a little under 42,000. They earned 41,964, and black women earned 41,700, like something. So basically the same amount of money, but you're still now out earning black
say
men.
the white numbers and the Asian numbers, so you can see that we're very much on path to out earning black men. Say the white numbers and say the Asian numbers. Say them.
White. Okay.
Find them.
Why does it
I
matter?
got them right here. But like,
It matters because his point is that as much as we are out educating black men, we basically earn the same thing. But when you look at the numbers, you notice that white men out earn white women by a large degree. Asian men out earn Asian women by a large degree. But black women and black men are literally on par, which shows that because black women are out educated, are more educated than black men currently, this is why the gap is closing much faster than the gap closing for white women and white men and Asian women and Asian men. And that is the point that I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason why I said it because I feel like people are like that just drives me crazy, especially even when men are doing that. Why are we flexing? And I'm not saying you, of course.
I know. I'm trying to figure out too.
Like, why are we
not
flexing so hard? Like, why are we trying to compare struggles? At the end of the day,
we're both struggling.
The white supremacy, right, is trying to keep us down.
Right.
So it just drives me crazy every time we're like, oh, but men do this. Oh, but men are better at this. Women are better at. It's like, come on. We are trying to get to solutions. We understand that you guys are successful. You guys can do so much. But let's. What are we doing here?
Right.
Like, it's pointless.
At the end of the day.